History remembers him as a force of nature, a ruthless conqueror who unleashed a wave of absolute devastation across the world. But long before he was the terror of empires, he was just a starving, nameless boy abandoned to die on the brutal frozen plains of Asia. Temujin was born into a world of endless tribal warfare, where life was cheap and survival was a daily miracle. He was hunted, enslaved, and beaten, stripped of everything except his unyielding will to survive. Yet he would rise to unite the warring tribes and forge the largest contiguous empire in human history. To do it, he tore down the old aristocratic world and built a terrifying new empire based on a single brutal principle. When Temujin was just 9 years old, his father was poisoned by a rival clan, leaving his family completely defenseless. His own tribe turned their backs on them, casting his mother and siblings out into the wilderness to starve. They survived by eating wild plants, hunting rats, and freezing in the harsh Mongolian winters. The extreme desperation bred deep fractures, driving Temujin to kill his own half-brother in a bitter dispute over food. Captured by a rival clan, he was forced into heavy iron stocks, living as a humiliated, abused slave. But he escaped into the night, slowly gathering a small band of loyal outcasts who valued survival over tribal politics. Temujin threw out the ancient rules of royalty, promoting men based on their loyalty and battlefield skill, rather than their noble bloodlines. By the time he was 40, he had crushed every rival clan, and the nomadic world declared him Genghis Khan, the universal ruler. With a fanatically loyal army, Genghis Khan turned his sights beyond the steppes, creating a terrifyingly efficient war machine. His horse archers moved like a shadow, covering immense distances with a level of speed and discipline the world had never seen. When ancient empires refused to submit, he adapted, using captured engineers to build massive siege weapons that shattered stone walls. When a Persian king arrogantly executed his trade messengers, Genghis Khan unleashed a campaign of total, calculated annihilation. He altered the flow of rivers to completely erase cities from maps, slaughtering millions to send a clear psychological message. Yet within his borders, he created absolute peace, establishing an empire-wide postal system and protecting religious freedom for all. He legally banned the kidnapping of women and distributed stolen wealth equally among his common soldiers. By the time of his death in 1227, his empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean all the way to the frontiers of Europe. But even in absolute victory, the great Khan remained deeply suspicious of luxury, choosing to live inside a simple nomadic tent until the end. His final order was his most mysterious. He demanded that his final resting place remain an absolute secret from the world. The funeral guards killed every single person they met on their journey to bury him, ensuring no witnesses survived. Thousands of horses were then ridden over the grave to completely erase the dirt and hide his body forever. To this day, despite modern technology, the tomb of Genghis Khan has never been found. He rose from a nameless slave to a master of the world, leaving a genetic and historical legacy that still shapes our modern world. Hit that subscribe button to unlock the raw truth behind history's greatest legends. See you next time on The Retro Lens.